Hello, hello, guys. Welcome back to the Pancake Talks podcast, a humble place where we invite all the new projects around the crypto space, all the new PancakeSwap partners, all the crypto creatures building here and there in this lovely ecosystem. We call it home. There was long time no see each other, a lot of water went through the river, we can say. I don't know if it was the same in Spanish. I don't know if the same in the translation is okay in English too. But a lot happened. There were two IFOs in the PancakeSwap ecosystem recently. We have building. We passed the year. I think this is the second podcast from the 2025. I was really nervous of coming back. It was like, oh, it happened. It passed like 2 or 3 weeks without any new episode. But here we are, and let's continue kicking off the year. As always, I'm not alone. I have my co-host here, my partner, my friend Annie Zero from the PancakeSwap Ambassadors team. Hey Annie, how's it going?
Hey. Yeah, it's nice. It's like a long time ago where we did the last Pancake Talk. We we were so back, then we were so
Not
over
back
again.
anymore.
Everything is over. Then we are back again, and yeah, many things happening in the real world. Also about artificial intelligence coming in China, many things. So this week we have another weekly pancake talk, and I'm excited for that.
Nice, nice, nice. I hope you're having a nice start of the year also, Annie. A lot of news here and there. Uh, New president in the horizon for the crypto. Do you think there is some light at the end of the tunnel for crypto this year?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, we have in United States, especially, some clarity regarding crypto regulations. Maybe let's see, but it looks much better than before. So yeah, I'm excited for this coming year. By the way, happy New Year for the Chinese community that is
Happy New Year,
starting
guys.
a snake year.
Exactly. I want to have I want to have another holiday. So let's move there and celebrate with all the people. I realize it's like the whole week, so super nice. But also I need to say thanks to our guests because they should be celebrating and they are here talking with these two strangers at the other side of the world. So let's let's start with we are diligence today. We are guests. We are friends. As you may know, there I'm not going to tell. This is not what I'm about to label. Is It's open because I know they are doing more than that, and there is a lot of new things in the horizon. But I need to people need to label things at least to the start. So as you may notice, there is an ongoing meme season out there. We have been talking about this. Also, we've had a guest in the past, Cake Dog, in the Pancake Talks. So here, let's start with a project that started as a meme, but I'm quite surprised that they are building a little bit more on top of that. So I want to and finally at the end we were about to have one guest and the happiness is double because we have two guests. So please give a warm welcome to Nom Nom and Eddie from the Andy BNB team. Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for the invite. And yeah, happy Chinese New Year to everyone listening, especially to the two great hosts.
Hey guys, pleasure to be here. Yeah, let's make an exciting discussion about Andy for sure.
Okay, so let's get started, and we will start with the introduction about yourself. What is your background? Maybe if you don't want to tell much, you can remain with some general information. But how did you start in the crypto ecosystem, and how Andy started as a project?
Go ahead, Nam.
Yeah, so I've been in the space for many years now. Started around in 2020. Very first thing I dived into was memes, right? So you had a lot of OG coins such as Shiba Inu, Doge, Floki. Witnessed all the crazy mania that happened last cycle, and yeah, what I can say about this cycle is it's playing out very differently. I like how there's different people involved now. You know, you have the president launching his own meme. You have more people in it, you know, interested in meme coins. People are noticing that DeFi is a very good way of attracting value, attracting users, and bootstrapping attention. You know, the other day we had the founders of Venmo launch their own coin overnight, right? And yeah, this is how adoption grows, right? You're gonna have more founders coming into our space, more you know, venture capitalists wanting to seize the opportunity, because everyone's realizing that this is you know, the next big thing, right? Everyone doubted it during, you know, Biden administration, but now with Trump involved, regulation is a lot more relaxed. So we're entering a really exciting time with DeFi, with memes, and yeah, Andy's going to be able to seize a lot of attention from that.
Great. Now, Eddie, if you want to introduce a bit about yourself and how you get involved with Andy project.
Sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Eddie Ho. I'm the AI and as well as the tech lead at Andy's BSC. So, at Andy's, we're creating a very fun and educational AI-driven learning companion designed to help all ages navigate the world of crypto. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned trader, Andy is your friendly 24/7 AI crypto tutor, always here to guide and support you through the ever-evolving world of blockchain and digital assets. So my personal journey began in 2018 when I attempted my first ICO. I don't know whether you guys do remember the ICO ages, followed by an IDO in 2021 for previous projects. And that really taught me about valuable lessons of crypto market, decentralization, and the importance of community and engagement. These experiences are invaluable. And about the blockchain role, about fundraising, and meaningful about this whole ecosystem. So from there, I shifted, you know, the crypto winter. Not many people can survive that, and I shifted more to AI, and finally ended up onto education. And right now, recognizing how intelligence, automations, and blockchain could revolutionize learning, this vision led me to the team of Andy and Andy itself, where we combine fun, accessibility, and real utilities to make crypto education engaging for everyone. And this is where I am right now.
Yeah, this is interesting. Education is very important, especially on crypto space, where myself, I find many users that they just get involved with crypto and there is always problems like they buy something they shouldn't buy, or they are sending money to a blockchain that is not matching the original. These mistakes cost money. So also CSET is working on this education platform. Everybody knows that, like Kikkel Academy. So I think it's very interesting that a project like Andy started with a memecoin narrative and then becomes working with artificial intelligence and also having this kind of tutor that guides the users on how to do the things. That's interesting. And I would like to know also about Andy, the token itself. There is any special history behind, any lore behind the token? If you can talk to us about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So Andy is part of a very powerful meta called the Boys Club, right? And the Boys Club consists of four characters: Pepe, Brett, Landwolf, and Andy. And the reason why this meta is so powerful is because we already have two characters that already achieved very big numbers, right? Pepe going to 11 billion, and Brett going to 2 billion on base. There was a land wolf on Solana that went quite high as well. But there's been many Andys attempted, but no one has been able to execute it very well. So it's a very hot narrative, and everyone wants to be able to be the Andy that goes to the $1 billion league, right? Because from a Degen standpoint, it's you have Pepe on ETH, you have Brett on a blue chain, you have Landwolf on a purple chain, and now you have Andy, a yellow character on a yellow chain. So you're seeing a branding to chain association from the market there. And what I can say is, if you look at the BSC chain, it's a very unsaturated chain with a lot of upside, right? Compared to last cycle and how we saw, BSC chain do, we're very early. There's currently not much volume, should we say, compared to Base or Solana, right? And there's a lot less, coins being deployed. You don't have platforms like Pump Fund. The only platform there is For.Meme, which I'll dive into a little bit later, right? So from a market standpoint, you have a very powerful law, right? With a very undervalued chain, whilst you have, Binance as well being very active in the way they're interacting with meme coins on their chain. So we looked at some data, right, and there were three meme coins that achieved Binance in under 60 days. And no one's talking about this because everyone's too focused on Solana, right? But from an operation standpoint, from a developer standpoint, right, this screams opportunity because if Binance is placing special attention onto builders on their own chain, it would only be logical to build on their chain and provide value to the BNB ecosystem. So this is what we're trying to do because Andy is a very it's a multi-cycle narrative. It's a narrative that can continue to thrive, during the bull and the bear market, as we saw with Pepe. Right, Pepe was launched in the bear market. So it's a very powerful branding. Hence why we're tying it to a very strong product, being the AI education. And the reason why we're tying it to AI and education is because if you look at Andy as a character, he's a very childish character. He's very goofy in the comic books. So he's very appealing to children. And this is how you use on-chain an on-chain brand, right? And you drive users to a product that's worked very well with a very powerful story that Eddie will dive into later. So this is a little bit about the lore of Andy, and I'll dive into some facts about the BNB chain. So, like I said, so if you look at the BNB TVL, it's rising rapidly. People are forgetting that 2021 BNB was the king of 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 the networks, right? You had so many $1 billion coins on BNB. If you look at Solana, right, you have Solana, which is in the multi billions, and you have so many coins that have gone to the $1 billion league, right? But BNB, you don't have this yet. You don't have a coin that has achieved big numbers, and all it takes is one coin to do the right thing and execute very well. So if you look at Popcat, if you look at Dog with Hat, if you look at Bonk, right, all those meme coins were built before the hype was there on Solana, right? They set up the community, they set up the partnerships, they set up the right infrastructure so that when the chain gained attention, it was able to capitalize on that attention. So this is similarly what's happening with Andy, right? Being able to launch on a platform like For.Meme, which is the pump on version of BNB, right? It means it's a very fair way of launching a coin because everyone is able to get in at a really low price. So that's a little bit about Andy, the lore behind it, and what makes it very exciting.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks. Yeah, I have to admit that you are right on the point that on BSC there was a lot of attempts, but nobody succeeds until now. So I hope you all the the good work on it. But you mentioned For.Meme, and I was wrong because we mix the UI where we have a Springboard, which is also powered by For.Meme. It's our own token launcher on PancakeSwap. So I thought Andy was launched on For.Meme. So sorry for the mistake. I was thinking to ask you, how was your experience launching Andy on For.Meme on these fair token launchers? And also, what features would you like to see on this kind of token launchers? Also, to see how we can improve Springboard, our own token launcher.
Yeah, so launching Andy on For.Meme was very smooth overall. I don't know if you guys saw, but CZ he released a tweet a few days ago saying, if anyone wants to launch on BNB, this is how you do it. And then he linked an article, and then if you go into that article, you'll see that he mentions For.Meme as being one of the best ways to launch a meme coin. So that's quite interesting. The fact that one of the goats in crypto is telling people to come to the BNB chain and use this platform. And Andy being the leading meme coin on For.Meme puts us in a very good spotlight because it shows that we're able to capitalize on that future attention and mindshare. What I could say features that potentially that would be good. So currently on the Pancake pools, we have V3 and V2. The V3 pool is 1%, and so 1% of every buy and sell is going to a wallet owned by For.Meme. And we went to For.Meme and we said, hey, let's do something cool and interesting with this 1%, right? We don't want it for ourselves, right? We don't want it, to go to the team's pocket. We want it to go to the community. So we spoke with the guys behind For.Meme. We said, hey, we want this 1% to go back to the community, to do giveaways, to do airdrops, because this is how you foster good foundation, right? This is how you foster good believers and investors when you're constantly giving back to the people that showed faith to you very early on. So this is one of the features that I think would be good if there was more options on that 1%. Maybe if there was a feature where you could like remove it completely, right? Because for a meme coin, sometimes people get a bit freaked out when they hear that there's a tax on the pool. But we've set the 1% in a very special way where essentially it's going back to the BNB ecosystem, right? We're providing value to the chain, we're providing value to the users, and this is something that we can say, hey, Andy is a very PVE coin. We're here to in a way, take responsibility of the chain and help people believe in the Andy vision. We deserve we believe everyone should be able to own a piece of Andy, making it decentralized, fair, and open. This is one of the best ways to spread, I guess, the meme coin love. So that would be a cool feature where we could have, you could launch on For.Meme or Springboard and not have that 1% at all.
Thank you for your answer. And I would like to make some thinking here about last bull market. It was more dependent on centralized exchange listing of the tokens to get exposure to the users. And right now, I think the thing has changed a lot. Like many of these new coins are getting launching in these launch pads, and then the liquidity is on decentralized exchange. And also the centralized exchange need to move faster right now, listing meme coins and all that. And yeah, I think that's pretty amazing watching how the new things, the shiny things are moving to the decentralized exchange, and we get fair launch programs quite often. I would like to know if there is any specific metrics you can share with us about Andy token. What is the market cap, volume traded, the number of token holders, and all these interesting metrics about your token?
Yeah, absolutely. So the amount of holders we have currently is just under 12,500. our 24-hour trading volume is 2.4 million on CMC. Our market cap is about 35 million right now. We peaked to 100 mil within the first couple days of pushing. And the reason why this happened, everyone asked, how did you guys gain so much traction so quickly? That goes back to the strategy and the way we decided to spread Andy and word of mouth. So the way we done it is we wanted to give priority to the Chinese community, because we understood that being a BNB chain, the demographics are more likely to be very Eastern related than the West, right? So it's only logical you bring in people that are using BNB all the time, right? So we decided, cool, we'll give priority to big communities that have been successful in other coins. Just to name a few: Cheems, Coma, Simon's Cat, Floki. We know all these teams, and we've set up chats with all of them, and they're very friendly. Everyone's willing to work with each other. It's a very good PVE environment. So that's how we was able to achieve a market cap very quickly. Was we were doing things the right way. We didn't bring on KOLs and influencers straight away, even though that is one of our strengths, right? Because we have a lot of experience on Ethereum and Solana, a lot of multi-9-fig projects that we've been a part of. We said, we have to do things a little bit more different on BNB. So yeah, we prioritize the community, the Chinese communities, and the BNB communities first, and it's working wonders because we always have strong Eastern voices on the timeline talking about Andy, and it just shows you that people are feeling very optimistic about Andy. They like that it's a very fresh narrative, it's a very fresh strategy and way of building. And if you look at our top 10 holders, they hold less than 10% of the supply. So this is from a metric standpoint, or sorry, a distribution standpoint. No one is in power of ruining the token. It's fair, it's distributed very well, and yeah. So that's into the metrics of Andy, and yeah. Any questions? Happy to answer.
Yeah, I would like to add that we have right now a syrup pool in PancakeSwap where you can stake your cake and you get Andy token. So that is a cool way, simple way to get put your cakes to work, and you get compensated in this case with Andy token. And also, I would like to add that there is, if you are searching on the swap function, you will find different Andys. Make sure you put the right contract address to make sure you are buying the Andy we are talking right now. So that just this punctuation. And then I pass you, Chef Fran, for the next question.
Oh, I think I want to know what's coming. All the things that Eddie was talking at the beginning, and also with all this praising of the AI. I would like to know the vision. What's the vision for the whole project, and how do you plan to achieve this vision in the short and long term?
So the vision for Andy is more than just a meme coin. We're creating an AI-powered ag tech ecosystem that simplified crypto learning for all users. So in the short term, we are focusing on expanding our reach, definitely, and creating more interactive experiences for our community. So as I said before, community is number one, and that's the reason why, just like Andy BSC has just said, that is our focus from day one of launching this token. For long term, we envision Andy as an AI-powered learning hub that supports users at all stages of their crypto journey, whether they are new to the DeFi or seasoned investors. So that is the long-term visions, with education tools, NFTs integration, and strategic collaboration. So we are glad that we talked to a couple of partners. Some are even willing to start putting their content as a learning process into Andy itself. And we aim to make crypto learning more engaging and effective. Ultimately, we want Andy to be an essential resource in the blockchain ecosystem fostering both knowledge and community growth. So that would be the roadmap that we are looking at, Andy. In conclusion, most importantly, memes will attract, but basically you must have the engine behind and to go for the longevity. That's our belief, and that's what we are doing.
Yeah, community is very important. We understand that also in PancakeSwap. And I would like, you already mentioned a few things, like you focus on more Asiatic community for the launch to get this push. But I would like you to explain why did you choose BNB Chain, Binance Smart Chain, to launch? Is because there is a special community here, and why this, and why, for example, also looking partners like PancakeSwap? Do you think that you will find your community also in this kind of decentralized projects? And then, if you have any particular things that you are looking in this community in Binance Smart Chain and PancakeSwap.
Yeah. So just to confirm, the question was why did we choose PancakeSwap and BNB Chain, right, to launch, Andy?
Yes, correct.
Okay, nice, nice. Yeah. So BNB is extremely undervalued right now, in terms of not just TVL of meme coins, but also it's the lowest hanging fruit in order to get to on one of the best exchanges in the world, I would say. And all it takes, right, is to show very good community, have the right connections, achieve good volumes, and you've ticked off majority of what people want to see in order to get on to say exchange like Binance, right? So for us, it's very low hanging fruit. Um, it screams opportunity when you have a coin that is top 5, top 6 in the world, but doesn't have a meme coin that's over 500 million market cap, right? Um, but whereas we've had the skill set to push previous projects to that level. We know what it takes. We have the right connections involved to do those things. So for us, it's the BNB ecosystem and us as a dev team. The work goes hand in hand, right? And a prime example of that is Solana, right? Solana, you have a very strong foundation that's willing to work with a lot of dev teams, a lot of strong dev teams on their chain. And this is what we've said to BNB Chain is, as a team that's come from the West, very Ethereum and Solana based, we can come to BNB. We'll bring all our connections. We'll bring all the eyes and attention to BNB Chain, and we can work hand in hand, to help bring attention back to BNB Chain. And what's in it for us is we're able to set up a project before the hype and attention comes. You always want to front run things. So what I'd say is anyone wondering why BNB Chain, BNB Chain is too quiet, blah blah blah. It's all it takes is one catalyst, which will be a coin that goes to 1 billion on BNB Chain. And now everyone has bridged to BNB Chain. Everyone wants to be on For.Meme. Everyone wants to use Pancake Springboard. So you're front running a lot of hype and attention. If you think BNB Chain is going to stay this quiet for the rest of the cycle, then I'm sorry, then you're not experienced enough, because it's you have one of the biggest goats in crypto, CZ, starting to talk more about BNB on his timeline, telling people, hey, if you want to launch a meme coin, this is how you do it. Use For.Meme. So you're seeing the relaxation of CZ, from the point Trump has come on board. And yeah, that's what I'd say is Pancake and BNB Chain, very OG projects, very OG builders. And there's one thing is that the longer you are in crypto, the higher up you go. It's almost like wine, right? The more the wine matures, the more value it becomes. That's what I believe as well, is when it comes to meme coins, when it comes to projects, the longer you are and the longer you're building for, the more the more marketing you're doing, the more activities you're doing with builders, with meme coin teams, whoever it is, that stuff all has positive correlation on price and user growth. So yeah, I'm very optimistic about BNB and working with PancakeSwap.
Nice, love to hear that. Yes, as you say, it's like BNB was left behind in terms of hype, but it was always there. I mean, the metrics was always there, the volume was always there, the projects were always there. PancakeSwap was there all the time. So yeah, I super agree on it. Only needs a catalyst to explode again. And yeah, I completely support that vision, Andy. And almost wrapping up with the questions that we prepare for you today, I would like, okay, I have two questions more. The first one would be, what's your advice for, as you saw that BNB Chain needed a star coin, a star token, and Andy was created. um, what's your advice, or it's the question is for both of you guys. What's your advice for any other entrepreneurs that are there looking to launch their token? What's your advice for them?
Andy, why don't you take it first, and then I'll go second.
Yeah, not an issue. Okay, cool. So I'd say, like, if you're looking at BNB Chain and you're wondering how to start, for sure use a platform like For.Meme and Springboard, because it's the most decentralized, the most fair way of launching a coin. And once people realize it's literally just like Pump Fun, everyone loves Pump Fun because it's very easy to use, right? So you want to be able to use platforms that are also very easy to use on BNB. So definitely stick to those. And when it comes to launching a token, it's all about narrative. It's all about the story you're telling, and that's why Andy's a very easy story to tell, because it's a boys' club comic book. It's happened. It's been very successful this cycle, with two characters going to the billions, and we're tying it with a very powerful narrative. So that's what you want to do, is you want to tie in a brand, a very recognizable brand that people know about in the crypto space, and be able to build off that brand to drive more users and drive more attention. So there's plenty of ideas out there. There's always something you can do. Say, for example, like Coma, like Coma. Coma is it's a Shiba Inu, right? But it's a Shiba Inu executed in a very cool, creative way. We know the Coma guys very well. They're building great things over there. So it's stuff like that. It's building very recognizable things, but adding a twist to it, because the market always likes simple things, right? It likes very simple narratives and very simple stories, because the easier it is to tell the story, the more easy it is to get buyers to buy. It's almost like, why would you make it harder for yourself to explain what's happening? So yeah, that's something for me.
On my end, I would like to share the most fundamental value of a startup is answering why. What's the reason that makes your token unique, and why would people want to be a part of it? So basically, you meme coins are fun, they attract, they are hype, but you still need a reason behind it. And just like what Andy has just said, is like you have to have the brand. So go for the why first. And the second thing that I would strongly believe in is build the community. Take care of them, and I think they will take care back of you. It's like the power of the community is undeniable. With one bringing 100, or 100 bringing another hundreds. So yeah, I've been repeating the community like 3 times already, and that is what we at NDBSC are focusing on. And communities will be our family. So yeah, that is my take of what any startups or anyone who wanted to start, not only meme coins, but any startup in totality. Just concentrate on why and build your community.
Thank you for this wise advice. Thank you very much. And then I have a final question for you. We had some people thinking that this bull cycle is gonna be a massive meme coin bull cycle. And then some other people are thinking that no, it's going to be other thing. What is your perspective about the coming bull cycle, if it's coming? What do you think meme coins, they are going to have a big chunk of this bull cycle? Do you think is going to be the narrative for this year 2025?
Again, Andy, why don't you go first, and then I finish it off.
Yeah. So ultimately, the reason why you're seeing so much attention on platforms like Pump.Fun is because the typical way of launching a coin, pre-Pump.Fun, was private rounds, seed rounds, and then you layer, the insiders and the VC money, and then you take it to exchange listings, and then you sell off on innocent retail, right? That was the typical way. But with meme coins, it's let's build from the ground zero. We build the community, you build a foundation, so the key layers to the foundation. So the community, the narrative, the marketing, and the exchange listings, right? So let's build all of that first, and you slowly staircase up, right? That's how people are building now, and it's a lot more PVE. There's a lot less people being wrecked by being sold on. So this is why you're seeing all the attention on platforms such as this, and platforms such as For.Meme will gain just as the same attention from that, is because it's a very pro builders, it's a very transparent way of launching a project, and it's all about intentions, right? So if you have good intentions, you would want your project to be launched off a very successful launchpad that has good track record. So that's why you're seeing a shift of attention, a shift of interest from let's say VC coins to more let's launch off a launch pad, let's build on decks and slowly take it to the best exchanges. So yeah.
So my personal take is this is just the beginning. There was a statistic showing that 5,000 meme coin was created last year. I think this year we will multiply that by 10. And there was a joke. I was on Spaces a couple of days ago, and this question came out as well. And I was jokingly saying, we have Trump, we have the wife, and the next one will be the daughter, Ivanka, I think. So the whole family goes down to the last son because he has a lot of children. So yeah, I mean, all the people will be hanging on and looking at that. But in truth, memes create the vital moment that spark the conversations, onboarding people who might not otherwise even dare to come in or even know what blockchain technology is all about or what crypto is all about. But it's a great lure. But going back to what I said earlier, you got to have what it takes to be substantiable. You got to understand why, and you got to have the community around it, which is what NDBS is all about. So again, my conclusion is meme cycles will always come and go, but the projects that innovate beyond the memes will be the ones that stay. That will be us.
Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you both. I really support what you're saying about Eddie. You mentioned it a lot of times that the community is super important. Building for them, also listening when they want to tell us something that it's not going well or how we can improve. It's I think a project without the community, it's destined to disappear in the long run or the short run. At some point, you need to build for something and for someone and listen that someone. So I'm really happy to have you here and to see you are building a lot of stuff on top of being just a meme coin. I love what you're creating. So Annie, do you have any other questions for the guys here? Let's get them still celebrating.
Yeah, no more questions for today. I appreciate a lot your time, and thank you very much for being here in this Pancake Talk.
Thank you very much, guys, for having us. And again, for all over the world, happy Chinese New Year, and wishing you all the prosperity and wealth for the year of the snake.
Amazing, guys. Thank you for the invite, and yeah, maybe we can do this again. It's quite fun. I love what you guys are doing here. So yeah, happy Chinese New Year to everyone that's listening in, and yeah, let's make it a really good year.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, all the community, for being here. Remember, as Annie mentioned, sorry, there is an undesirable pool on PancakeSwap. We have doing something together. There are another things coming that I cannot leak too much, but be prepared. And let's gather again in another Pancake Talk session, hopefully next week. Have a nice rest of the day, start of the day. For example, here we are 4 people from different time zones. So this is crypto, this is internet. So thank you guys for being here, and let's see you soon. Bye bye.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Cheers.